What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Let Dirt Fly YouTube channel. Today is an exciting day, as you can see by the title, because we finally got some parts, and not only parts, but we got ourselves a frame.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Well, over here.
Listen, we got kind of lucky. Wasn't expecting this to be in for a good 2.5 weeks. Karen from Arctic Adventures up in Rosendale, New York, got on the horn for us, and she hooked us up. We weren't expecting to get anything till after the new year, and well, here it sits. So
we ended up getting a brand new frame from Can-Am. This is actually, they only had one in stock at the factory. One.
Pretty much it.
So we have
everything looks great. As you can see over here, we got a lot of the extra parts already in.
Yep, so we ordered a lot of stuff. We got our gas tank came in. This stuff we got from Partzilla. Got a new rear shock. We got the rear aluminum brackets there. We got the grill for the front, the whole front fascia. Taillight housing, the trunk lid. Actually, just got to order the handle. I forgot to order that. Go figure, 2 separate parts. But
we're down to smaller stuff.
That's right. We got most of the parts to most of the main parts we need to get this thing kind of going in the forward direction, not the backwards direction. Now, when we left you guys off in the last video, we got the quad tore down pretty far. So basically, this is how we left you guys. Airbox is still on, all the wiring's still on, as well as the motor, trans, and the front diff are still in the quad. So all that stuff has to come out. So right now we're gonna go ahead and get the airbox off and get the wiring, everything transferred over to the new quad. The only thing we have to wait on is Can-Am actually has on the brackets, not for the rear, it's actually for the rear, like kind of subframe thing, but there's these little like nut certs.
They're right here, they're like a rivet type of thing. There's a special tool they have to use to get in here.
Nut cert tool. And
you see what it does, it locks it into the frame. If you look at the other frame, these are not there.
They don't come. So I do have them, actually I got some already. They're in the box over here. But we just gotta get the nut cert tool. Don't have one yet. No biggie, so yeah, got them on Amazon. So right now, probably just gonna head dig into the quad. We're gonna go ahead and get, like I said, all the airbox off, all the wiring, all that fun stuff. I wanted to wait to do that stuff until we got the frame in our possessions. This way, a lot of stuff's gonna be a lot easier to transfer over. All right, let's go ahead and dig in. All right, so got the airbox out of the way, and once you know it, we find more damage. So don't worry, it's actually good damage for us because we got the frame ready.
Hey, here.
So the frame actually got, the light kind of makes it funky. Let me see if I can kind of get the glare or something.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see.
Right there, there's a divot in the frame.
Nice dimple.
Nice dimple in the frame there that doesn't belong there.
Yep, there you have it.
So it's kinked there, but it also got pushed up there, which
we don't know how this guy lived.
Yep, that's supposed to be nice and flat like that. But getting the airbox out of the way definitely freed up everything. So now I'm going to start working on the handlebars and getting all this stuff out of the way. Get the bushings out up here. Probably going to re-grease it when we go to put the mech back in. But yeah, this shouldn't be too bad to do.
We're going to have to go this way, Mark.
Yeah, I noticed that. We're going to try to keep the throttle body on, and just the way it looks, it's going to be easier to pull out.
We didn't know that initially, but like I said, we see the indentation here. We were going to try to take the motor that way. Yep. But actually, it looks like we're going to pick it up this way, set it on the floor, and maybe pick the rest of the frame up and get out of the way, and then set it on over there.
Yep.
Of course, like I said, we're going to do all the mistakes now, so
you guys,
somebody like you are not going to do it later on. It's still a pretty good way of really knowing what's going on with these machines. You know, you get a good look at it, and
I'm learning a lot because this will help me with my quad and stuff in the future and everything. Because eventually, I'm actually, hopefully not, but if I swap my motor, I already plan on doing a big bore kit and stuff on it. So I'll know how the motor comes out of here and everything. So this is really cool stuff. And you just drop stuff. What are you doing, man? Don't be dropping stuff. Don't be losing stuff.
Oh, no, I got it right there.
Yeah. All right, back to work now. Alright, so I finally got the steering post and everything out of the way there. Dad's over here working on the getting the brakes and stuff done. Oh, you're getting the rear brake man off?
Oh yeah, that's off already. We got that. It's just hanging here, so we're gonna wait till we pull the motor out because that snakes up through, and then we'll take that off in one shot.
Nice.
But here's a little interesting thing we found out. They actually designed this motor to come off on the right-hand side.
Really easily.
If you look down here, they got the whole thing notched out where everything pulls this way. So
we're gonna see if we can make one swift motion with everything. Move them or go back with the motor slightly, get it apart from the drive shaft there, and slide the motor out. Then take the diff out, put the diff in the new frame,
and then slide everything back in.
Yep, that's the
plan
goal.
anyway.
So stuff the rag in the intake, just so we don't accidentally drop anything down there. One thing I did to mark the steering, because I don't know if the motor is sensitive to anything along these lines, but in here, I don't know if you guys can see it right there, I put a white line that goes down the center of the steering shaft, so this way we don't have to worry about any calibration issues with the power steering unit or something like that. We're putting it back exactly the way it is. I'm going to do the same thing for the pitman arm when I start taking that off in a minute. But hopefully, the next few minutes here, you guys are going to see this motor coming out of this thing, because Dad's getting that all ready to go and start loosening the diff up and everything, getting that out. And hopefully, she's going to come out. Stay tuned. Still holding it.
There you go.
Sure. And that's how you remove the brakes on your Can-Am Outlander, folks. Yeah, no, probably not. Probably gonna void the warranty. There you go, folks. There is the harness that we have to figure out how that goes back in there now. So yeah, we're doing real good. Tear down's easy, but when it comes down to putting this back in, hopefully you remember how. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. I had the first piece to transfer over to the new frame here. Let's see if it comes out. Look at that. Right out here? Yep, look at that. Got it.
Oh wow. Well, that's always a plus.
Like I said in other videos, guys, so we're trying to keep everything as much together as we possibly can. This way we don't get stuff confused. So, look, I've kept the pitman arm right on here, which already has the Can-Am Play. That's awesome. Gonna have to talk to my boy Trevor from NCB Performance about that. All right. Yeah, this is actually be the first part installed on the new frame. So, we go ahead and go over there and put this in. All right. So, first official part is going in the quad powered steering unit. Might as well get this in there now, while we have easy access for it before the motor's in there. So, should just bolt right in. And, oh boy. Alright, so moment of truth. We're about to move the motor out of the frame and see how this goes. We're going to probably set it right down into the frame right now, so we got to make sure this is secured good. Should I grab the other jack stand for the front desk so it doesn't slide off?
If you notice what we did earlier, we actually had the motor unbolted and we were able to kick the motor off to the right hand side, and the front boot has a stainless steel clamp that goes onto the boot, and as soon as we disconnected that, the diff come right out, and Motor is just sitting there, just waiting for us to talk to it.
Better-ish. Sure.
Yeah.
OSHA approved.
We're gonna set right in there.
How heavy is this again?
Marshall, I basically just picked it up. I can grab.
We gotta go. Hang on, let me move the wrench out of here. We gotta go your direction. Hang on, we got stuff still.
I can get her hold the dry shaft here, so.
I don't have anything.
Not that bad. Ready?
Yeah.
Well, guys, as you can see, it's not too bad. We can handle this thing pretty easy.
It's a little hefty, but not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Line this up here. Don't crush my fingers. All right, yeah, that's my finger. As I said, don't crush my finger. Crush my finger.
All right, just pull it back towards you, and we'll leave it angled like we did with the other time.
You want to slide?
Yeah, we're gonna put the diff back in.
It scratched me.
Oh, look at that.
Battle wound. Calling it. Awesome. All right. Now we got to get the front diff back in. We're gonna kind of slide it with the motor, kind of like how we took it out, and then bolt the motor in. Bolt the motor in, and then start reassembling this thing. Okay.
Got that diff, Marshall?
Yeah, that hurt like a bitch.
Well, yeah. I told you let me have a heavy side.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right, let's get the diff slid in here. What we're gonna do, we gotta order a new clamp. But that's okay. We can get that in later. Already greased and everything.
This may not be the way to do it, but
definitely not the way to do it. It might not be the way. There.
Well, I angled it out quite a bit before.
There. Let me just see if I can position it here. There we go.
All right.
Yep. I'm gonna come back towards you. Hang on. You're pushing off the jack stand right one way.
That's just about where I'm supposed to be.
Yep. It's in there. Kind of. Yep. There she is. Woo!
All right, Marshall, let's
Holy crap, we just gotta throw a rear axle on this thing and she's a quad.
Let's get that bracket, put that bottom bracket
right there.
Yep, I'll hold it up and we'll put that bolt right back through here. Yep. I got the bolt.
Very good. All right, so motor's hanging on by a thread currently.
Just sitting there, but it's pretty much in place. There's a bracket on the other side here. Marshall's got to put in first. I'll pull the motor over. Yeah. And
it's actually, we gotta lift up the motor down. It's sitting on the, where I had to put the plate, so.
I'm really making it sit.
Yeah.
Can you get him started? Oh, here, wait.
Yeah, you can get started here.
Get him started, but we do put the bolt through it.
Do we have any Loctite? We'd be Loctite and all this stuff, probably? I think we have a tube of Loctite in there. At least get the main bolts Loctited.
Alright.
Gotta reach. I have to actually torque that, but.
Yeah, I got
where's that one bolt at?
I got it right here.
You remember which way it went in? Then that was on my side. It's gonna have to come forward. You can see that a little bit.
Back's gotta kick that way.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Let me lift up the little side of the motor. There you go. There she is.
Got a 15 wrench. I'll hold that. Or actually,
let's keep it loose. Let's get the back bracket on there first. I'll continue doing some of the steering stuff. I'll actually get the steering stem back in if you want to do that. And just get the motor mounts kind of squared away.
What do you want me to do?
Get the back bracket.
I'll work on that. You do up there because I didn't see what you did. So I got the other bracket right here. So I got to straighten it out a little bit.
Alright, so what I did, guys, like I said, with the steering, is I put a mark where the steering should line up. Makes sense. Think about it.
Wow, it's actually straight.
Yeah, this frame's a little bit straighter, turns out. Kind of funny thing.
Well, Can-Am seemed to think of it all about the way this thing goes in and out of there.
Yeah, that was actually very easy. You should. We'll take a picture.
That was easier than I thought it was going to be. I really thought that was going to be.
I don't like how smooth it's going. You know what happens when things go too smooth for us.
Okay.
We need something to break or do something because we don't like when things go too smooth. Man, guys, did we just get a lot done with the quad?
We're animals.
It actually started to look like a quad already.
We are animals.
Motor's basically in. We just had to get one motor mount. We cannot get this guy off, and it ripped trying to get it off. The little rubber bushing for the top here. There you go. It's focusing. Yep. Let's grab a new one because we do have to order some parts still yet. They said I still have to order some of the nutsert here and get the nutsert tool because we actually don't have one. I got the shock tower on, so probably in the next video we're gonna go ahead and start throwing the front suspension on because we can do that. Other thing we gotta order here is we just have to get a new clamp for the dry shaft here for the boot. No biggie, those are pretty cheap because we just had to snap that guy.
I have to say, we're a lot farther than I thought we were going to be. We thought this was going to be like a January, February kind of deal, and here we are.
Well, a lot of it helps because...
well, you got to admit, Arctic Adventures hooked us up.
Yeah, Arctic Adventures, thank you for the help with getting this frame because we looked everywhere for them, and nationally they are like backdoored.
Non-existent.
Yeah, and there was one in the warehouse down at Can-Am, I guess, or something. Who knows? But they found one, and we got it. So yeah, we got a lot done already. Steering's in and ready to go. I just got obviously the tie rods just have to connect it down on the bottom there. Just got to start running the brake lines, all the electrical. We can get the. We'll probably wait to put the airbox on. We just want to leave some more access for over here so we can get in. This is where the one motor mount goes. It's just gonna pull the whole top of the motor towards us a little bit. It's only just a rubber little deal. Just kind of supports it. But everything else is going together really smooth. This is all looking good with the harness and everything. This is all stayed connected to the motor, which is awesome. So we didn't have to undo any of that. So anything we didn't have to undo, we tried to keep together, like all the handlebar stuff. There's no point in
brake line and stuff like that. If you see, we got it.
Well, that actually is all one piece, Dad. There is no taking that apart.
Okay. I believe you.
Unfortunately, with this stupid thing, yeah, they have a distribution block that you can't take any of the lines out of. Go figure. Because I wanted to get an extended one for my quad because I got the bar risers, but I made it work. That's what I had. But so yeah, no, it's gone very smooth. The other frame is basically completely tore down. We just gotta grab the skid plate off the bottom yet, and then we have to get. We have a couple of nuts still in here, or sorry, bolts rather, still in here, just holding places so we know where everything goes. Like I said, these guys are just chilling here. But other than that, actually, I think the only other bolts are. This is actually a plastic bolt. Oh, this is for the footwell, actually. I know that. Yep. So just gotta get that guy. No biggie. This is a gas tank screw down here. You can see my barrel wound from putting the motor in. But other than that, this thing's completely stripped down to nothing. Nothing left to it.
Definitely didn't think we were going to be this far today.
Yeah, it literally looks like the other quad there. Dad didn't think this was going to move pretty quickly. I'm saying in the next few weeks, this thing is going to be running and possibly even driving down our driveway if we get the nutsert tool and all the other parts in. Partzilla and Arctic Adventures are helping us out, getting all the parts and everything together. I think in the next few weeks, I just got to get my trailing arms out for my XMR because they're actually the same part number as the other ones, and those ones are bent, at least the one is. It's got to paint them black because otherwise it's going to look silly being green on a gray and red quad. You're not keeping them green.
Oh, come on. I wanted to woke it.
No. Stop it. So, yeah, so we just got to do that. Then we can actually get the shocks on. We have the brand new shock for the right rear over here. The other shocks are fine. They're over there on the floor. I got the spring actually off already. If you guys can see it right over there or somewhere. Yeah, over there. Yep, so everything's ready to go back together. It'd be really cool to make this thing even a roller in the next week or so. Just set it down on the tires again and just button up everything. It'd be cool to get the new gas tank in there, retest fire it. And then after that, it's just mostly miscellaneous bolts and stuff like that that unfortunately probably went missing when the other guys started taking the quad apart to part it out. And so
that's the only unknown at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately they did start parting because this quad actually I found it. I never told you guys. We're gonna do a complete how I found this quad, all that fun stuff in the last video of this thing. But basically I actually found this on the Can-Am Outlander Facebook page. And the guy was actually selling it as a parts quad. But he wasn't selling the quad, he was actually just parting it out. So he already sold the front fascia and the headlights. So we actually picked one up. Actually, they're only like 75 bucks. Pretty reasonable. And then
Marshall put the whoa 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 on him.
Yes, I put the whoa whoa whoa. He sold the wheels and tires, which is why I actually had the wheels and tires off my girlfriend's original wheels and tires rather of my girlfriend's quad on here temporarily. But Dad wants to run those, but he's not running those. We're gonna get a nice, really cool set of wheels that are gonna match the paint scheme and everything in this quad.
I'm just not as psycho as you and Seth.
You're not getting mud tire. You don't have to get mud tires. You just gotta get something. Probably gonna get some swamp lights for this thing. That's what I want.
Surprise everybody with my new scheme that's gonna be on the.
You're not painting it differently. It's gonna look really cool the way the quad is. So if you guys don't know already, this guy was actually a one of the brushed aluminum quads with the red bumpers and everything. So it's got a really cool paint scheme. Dad wants to paint it yellow. I don't know why. If he wants the yellow one, you can have the quad down back. The 500.
I have to match my helmet.
All right, then we'll give you the 500. This will be Melissa's quad.
Well, maybe it'd be easier to paint the helmet.
Yeah. I can just take this motor and put it in the 500 for you, and then the 500 motor in this for Melissa, and good to go. Or just swap the plastics. Yeah, there you go, Dad. We'll just swap the plastics. You want the yellow. Melissa will have all the gray and red. But, no, yeah, so everything's coming together really smoothly, actually, already, which is nice. And the best part is, the frame's not bent.
Yeah, that makes things, it definitely looks a bit different, that's for sure.
Yep. I'm really surprised. Everything's going really smooth and whatnot.
We had no idea what we're going to look at when we start taking things apart here.
Yeah, no, it's coming together really good. This frame is just bare. It's light now. You never know what Can-Am is. You can lift it with your fingers. So now you guys can really see how twisted this thing is. So definitely kicked off to the left. Dad, the tubes going down the center are all twisted too. You can see that even more now. The motor's out of there. If you guys look straight down there. And like I said, you see all this is bent here. That's obviously way cockeyed. Definitely kinked right there. And then we actually, like I said, we found this kink right here a little bit. So this frame, unfortunately, not even really worth salvaging. I know a bunch of you guys were commenting saying, hey, you guys can pull a frame back, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, for the price we pay for that, we pay like almost 800 bucks after taxes and fees and stuff like that. So for 800 bucks, you get a whole brand new frame from Can-Am. So much more worth it than trying to spend hours trying to straighten that thing and try to make it right when, unfortunately, it would never be completely right again, because once it's bent, the metal gets weakened. So, well, now it's just reassembly. Now it's just making a quad out of all the parts we have laying absolutely everywhere throughout the garage, under our house, everywhere else, behind the race car over there, on the floor.
Well, I think the more difficult part is coming now is aligning all the tubing and stuff and getting everything through the frame.
Well, I'm going to pick up some more, I think this is 1/4 inch tubing, because I want to vent the gas tank better. We're also going to be venting a couple other things that just from the factory. This is an XMR, but I want to get everything high anyway. It's worth it because, you know what, just in case Dad decides to go a little deep by accident, because we do have the deep stream you got to go across. Got to be.
Somebody has to be there to pull them out.
We have winches. We don't need you. but no, yeah. So we want. I kind of want to do like a little bit. I'm gonna probably get the parts to do what I did with my girlfriend's quad. Bring the CVT exhaust up into the under the gauge cluster and everything, just to help protect this thing, just in case it ever just decides to go a little bit deeper than it should. Stock, you can only really take this thing right to like the top of the motor, and that's about it. But just in case Dad's got to go a little bit deeper or something, or follows us into something, we want him to be ready to go. So,
Marshall, what do you think? You think we can slip that harness through? Because I'm about here where the ground and everything is.
I don't want to go too crazy, Dad. Let's get the we'll put the diff in and stuff like that. We'll tomorrow we'll grab out my old bars. We'll start putting the whole rear end together because I gotta get the tools and stuff like that to put the other stuff in anyway. So we'll wait to get this. I should have this even almost by the end of the week or even early next week. The motor mount, because I gotta put our second order in of parts. So, but so far we're not doing bad parts. We're gonna do a whole price reveal and everything to see if it was really worth doing this at the end. But so far it's definitely looking like it. So we'll just leave it at that. It's definitely so far we saved quite a few $1,000.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway. You know, I wanted to get something. This is a good idea to do this and learn.
71 miles on it.
You know, hey, listen, you know, I'm going to have a decent quad myself, and, you know, you'll like things a lot better when you actually fix it and do it yourself. So, you know, you get to respect the machine. You know, I'm learning more now than I probably ever have. It's definitely interesting for sure because, you know, my day at quad, I mean, you had one coil, about 4 wires, and that was it.
Hot wire in 2 seconds.
No fuel injection,
yeah, this quad, you're not really hot wiring. I'm sure somebody's going to comment down below that you can hot wire this. Yeah, so, but the only thing we still haven't found yet, we still can't find yet, where the harness is damaged. We know of a couple of places where it is damaged as far as it's not pinched like the other owners said, but so this is actually the 12-volt plug for if you guys have the speaker box and whatnot. So that guy ripped off, which is no big deal. We can probably just honestly I don't think we're ever gonna need that, so we could probably just fix do something to seal that up. And then the other the tail light on the side of the quad somewhere's here. There it is. The socket got ripped off. So but it actually ripped off at the socket. Sorry, my camera's not really focusing or playing nicely with me. So I might just see if I can grab the socket for it. We might be able to repin it and everything and see if we can just fix it. Because it's the same wiring as the other side, same colors and everything, so it'd be really easy to wire in. And might be easy fix to instead of having to do the whole harness, because still haven't found out where the other owners said the thing was pinched. I don't know. And the other thing too is I think they bought the engine harness, didn't they?
Yes.
It said engine harness, so it'd be the harness here, but don't see anything. I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll dig in and dig deeper, but I don't know. I don't really see what they were talking about. But no biggie. Alright guys, so that's going to end off today's episode. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, and commenting down below. We really appreciate everything you guys do. So if you want to keep up with the build, behind the scenes, and all that good stuff, make sure you head on over to our Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that good stuff. We posted there earlier. Probably going to be posting about having the new frame and everything, which is awesome. So make sure you guys head on over there.
Make sure you hit up Arctic Adventures for any parts you need. They hooked us up, took good care of us. They're really nice people. You know, it's worth it just to give them a call. They'll have every answer you need.
So with that, we'll have to catch you guys next time on Let Dirt Fly.
Have you forgotten?